If you guys want to get some amazing controller grips and accessories, then check out fatalgrips.com and use the code Kyle_Burke for 10% off. What's going on, guys? Kyle Birkwood here, and welcome to another video. Now today is a bit of a different video because I'm going to be giving you 5 ways to improve your building skills in Fortnite. So before we get into it, leave a like and subscribe. But let's get straight into it. So what I mean by improving your building skills is basically knowing like each building technique, the ways you can make your building better, and basically just knowing how to build in general. So let's get into the video. Number 1 has to be changing your controller sensitivity. This allows you to build much faster, and not only that, when you're actually running, it'll allow you to look around much faster, and your controller will perform much faster just in general. I usually have my controller sensitivity around 7, just because I don't like the controller sensitivity to move too fast or too slow. I just like it in the middle, and I think 7 is a reasonable mark to have it at. However, that's up to you, but building and sensitivity are just a massive link with each other, because if you want to build fast and you're in the middle of a battle in this game, then you're going to need to build fast. So one of the things you need to do is to be able to change your sensitivity. Number 2 is to use the Combat Pro controller setting. Now I have mine on the default one, which honestly, like, using it on the Combat Pro setting is much easier to build, because let me just do an example right here. As you can see, it's much easier to switch between building objects, as you can go back and forwards, whereas if you use the default controller setting, you have to go forwards, keep going forwards until you can actually get back to the walls. So Combat Pro is much easier for swapping slash changing building materials halfway through building. Now number 3 has to be knowing different building shapes slash techniques. So if you don't know, you can actually like build with different shapes if you're able to change around the size. So what I mean by that is, when you build, say for example, if I built a wall or anything like that, if I build this floor here, as you can see, obviously if I was to build some stairs, I'd be able to change the shape of them. So there you go, you can have a spiral staircase, you can even have like the default one, like it just goes straight up, or you can like split it down the middle to make it just one staircase on its own with like a barrier at the edge sort of thing. So it's really cool in that way. Like, you can choose different building shapes. If I just show you that one real quick, as you can see, and place it there you go. As you can see, you can just have one staircase there, and you can just keep changing the shape of them and stuff like that. You can also, not only can you do it with stairs, you can also do it with different building objects as well. You can do it with walls, you can do it with floors. So as you can see, I've just built a wall there. If I just get rid of these, as you can see, it'll make the wall much smaller, where you can actually like hide behind, or you can even do that to make it even more smaller. And it's really cool in that way. It's like a it's basically, you know, all these techniques to basically, you know, make your building much better. Oh, let me just try that again. You can actually have it as different as that as well. Let me just do this, because obviously it didn't work a minute ago. As you can see, you can also do this. So if I just cut these out real quick, there you go, you can have it like that as well, which is really cool in my opinion. You can have all sorts of different shapes, which is really cool. Not only that, but you can actually do it with floors as well. So if I just show you an example of what I mean, as you can see by here, if you swap these around, you can actually change the shape like that, or you can just do that, make a corner, and it's really cool like that. You can just rotate it, make all these cool builds like that, and just by using a full-on floor, I've been able to make a corner piece up the stairs as well. Ignore that bit, that was just a mistake I made. But yeah, if I use the stairs as well, going down like that, just a one staircase itself, you can also do that. Like, using these little shapes just makes a difference. Like, it just makes so many cool builds. And if I was to just do this as well, let me just alter these like that. There we go. If I make a little bridge right now, so as you can see, I'll do that, rotate it, do that, and rotate it, stuff like that. You can also make these really cool things as well. You can make all sorts of these shapes of buildings. It's just knowing how to do it. So there you go. As you can see, I've made a little bridge with like 2 corner pieces at each end. But that's really cool. Like doing this, you know, building with these certain shapes just makes your building look a lot better and stuff like that. You can also do it with the little pyramid blocks as well. So if you just place one of these down here, as you can see, if I change one of these, you can make like a little corner piece, I'd like to call them, or like, I don't know, whatever you want to call them, but you can also do that. Not only that, you could just make it like up straight like that, so if you wanted to have a different type of stairs, then you could use them as stairs if you wanted to. You could even make it like that as well. So that's pretty much that. So you can make all these good shapes with all these certain building objects, and it's just really cool in my opinion. So if you want to build like a really cool build, then take these building shapes or skills into consideration, and then you'll be able to make a great build. Number 4 will be to turn on turbo building in settings. Now what this does is basically allows you to keep hold of the, say for example if you was on PlayStation and obviously you press R2 to build, well, instead of keeping on pressing, like tapping R2 all the time just to build certain objects, you can actually keep hold of the trigger and it'll just continuously keep building, and that's why it's called turbo building. So it's important to have that on as well. Saves you from having to keep tapping the trigger every time you want to place like one certain block, so you can do that if you want to. And the last one will be to turn on reset building choice. Now what this basically does is, basically if you wanted to build a wall and then you went off the building menu, usually when you go back onto the building menu it would take you straight back onto the walls. However, if you turn the reset building choice off, this will basically send you back onto the last object you use. For a pyramid for example, it will take me straight back onto the pyramid, and I'd have to change it myself. So reset building choice, it will automatically take you back to a wall, obviously when you like go off the menu and go back onto the menu, instead of having to worry about changing the actual object before you start building. So that's just a few things I'd include in the building skill thing, and hope it helps you out. So if you enjoyed the video, much for a like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, or tutorial videos or tips and tricks videos on Fortnite, let me know in the comments section down below, or on Twitter at @Birkwood, and I'll be sure to make more of these videos for you guys. I'm going to try and make more of these, because I really enjoy making these types of videos and stuff like that. Hopefully you enjoy watching them too. I hope this video helped you out as well with building. If you do know any more building techniques yourself that I haven't mentioned in this video, then let me know in the comments also, or on Twitter, and I might make another video on this if I've missed quite a lot out. So leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Adios.